It's a 50-gallon drum, mostly in the ground, with a 24 horsepower. It's a 50-gallon drum, mostly in the ground, with a 24-volt boat bilge pump attached to a solar panel that's 12 volts. I did it that way so that the motor won't burn out if it gets a little too sunny. This pit is about 25 feet long and 15 feet wide. You can see I cheated a little bit when I dug it out by hand by making shelves out of the clay. It's winter, pretty much everything's dead. Surprised me that lettuce was growing, but the rabbits are getting in here, so they're enjoying that. The main reason for me showing you this, since everything is dead, it doesn't really matter, is that it's a simple design. 2x4x8, bolted. I trimmed the top a little bit so it wouldn't cut the plastic, and then tweaked it over to the other side and bolted it again. So it's 3 2x4s and 3 bolts. And then the legs. You notice that there aren't any angled supports here because it's only good luck holding this whole thing up. It's just a simple 6mm plastic and some old drip irrigation hose that I used to try hold it up, otherwise it just sags everywhere. My biggest problem here is the wind. It blows everything to Timbuktu, so I weighed the plastic down along the sides. A 50-gallon drum, mostly in the ground, with a 24-volt boat pump. A 12-volt solar panel is running it. It's winter, everything's dead. The reason for showing you this really is that I did it on the cheap. I dug this pit with a shovel. The rafters are 2x4s, 1 bolt, another bolt, and then I tweak the plank over to add another bolt. The legs are all over the place, not much really holding this thing up. But it wasn't that expensive for each rafter. The drip irrigation is simply to hold the plastic up. What happens? The pump pumps the water outside so it can get heated a little bit. It comes in, flows in. We're in the afternoon, so I guess there's not enough sun now. If there's too much water, because there's too much sun, the overflow will go right back to the tank. When it rains, the gutters will bring in a little more water just in case. I do notice a difference in the trays when they have at least 3 inches of water. The water doesn't freeze as quickly, and it also stays cooler in the summer. This is sort of a hybrid version of hydroponics. I couldn't leave the roots sitting out if I'm not here, and I am not here. Some of these little green ones are pinon. They seem to be doing okay. And lettuce. Who knew? But the rabbits have found them, so they seem to be getting in here. I did have goldfish swimming in here in the summer, but I had mercy on them and I pulled them out and put them in their own little pond. So about 15 by 25 feet long, maybe 5 feet deep. I hope to go deeper. And eventually I'll take out these earthen shelves because they're just kind of a pain in the neck. I like the drums best. The plastic is only a so-so idea. It leaks. And if these things have too much water, they overflow. Then I'm losing water. I'll take you outside. Did you notice how warm it was inside? Not so warm in here. Oh, there's the tracks of that little rascal that's eating my lettuce. the drip irrigation hose across the top to hold it down. It doesn't work. Not a tree to be seen. Alright, thanks.